now that that is settled, we are going to go into the prediction of these games. Again, we're going to start tomorrow night, Thursday. The Dallas Cowboys go to the Buccaneers. So the Bucs won the Super Bowl while the Cowboys ended the season with only 6 wins. The Bucs brought the whole gang back while drastic changes came to the Cowboys defense, including their coordinator. So the question is, who's going to win this game? Vegas has the Bucs at a 7.5, and actually I saw earlier today it went up to like 8. So the Bucs are giving up 8. The Cowboys are getting 8. Mr. Helms, who do you think is going to win this game?
I have the Buccaneers winning. However, I do think even with Tampa Bay's great defense, I'm predicting a high-scoring football game. I think Dak will be back to form. I'm going to say 48-45.
You giving scores?
Yes.
We don't have to give, but if you.
I ain't got no score.
That's what it's going to be a very. I'm anticipating a very interesting, very exciting, high-scoring game. Neither defense is going to show up tomorrow, but both offenses will.
I'll go next. I was excited about this game when it was first announced. With the loss of Zach Martin, I am extremely nervous and very uncomfortable. That Bucs defense was the truth last year. That front four can put pressure on you without blitzing, but they do have linebackers that can also blitz.
We don't do that.
I think it's going to be tough for the Cowboys offensively. I'm nervous about Dak getting time to be able to throw the ball. If somehow this offensive line can hold them, I think it'll be a very, like Marcus said, a pretty good scoring contest. I'm not saying in the 40s. I'm thinking more in the 20s. I think like 20, 21 to 26, 21, 27. But unfortunately, I do think that the Buccaneers win this first game. Mark?
This one, they're playing in Tampa Bay. I don't have a score for you, but I do have the final winner of this one, and it's going to be the Bucs. I don't think that the Cowboys and Dak are. It's going to take a while for Dak to probably get into form. That's why I say you're going to go. My wild prediction or my outrageous prediction was he's not going to pick it up until the end of the season. But anyway, I got the Bucs winning this one. I don't have it such a high score, fellas. I got maybe a 24 to 17 like victory or something like that. But I got the Bucs winning it.
All right, Marcus, get the lone wolf effect going. Herman, what you got?
As much as I want to do it, I agree. Mark said it's not going to be a high-scoring game. I agree with that. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The beginning of the season, it's always ugly football. It seems like that Thursday night game is never a crisp game. These teams are just coming out, no matter how good or what their training camp was. It pains me, and I've gone back and forth about it, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Live up to the hype.
Yeah, it never does. Never lives up to the hype. But I'm gonna go with the Bucs. I think it's gonna be a close game, like Mark said. I see it coming down to like maybe a field goal. So I'm gonna go with the Bucs. They're gonna win this one in a tight one.
Okay. So the next game we have is Sunday. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers going down to Buffalo to play the Bills. Vegas the Bills are giving up 5.5 in this game. This is the beginning of the swan song for Big Ben and the Steelers. In the offseason, the two agreed to a restructured contract and rework the offense to be a better running team, which included drafting Najee Harris in the first round. The Bills are coming off a strong season and are our favorite to win the AFC East and more. So I'm going to go first on this one. I think that Buffalo starts the season off right with a W. I think that they're just too much right now, and I think it's going to take a minute for Najee Harris to get his feet wet in the NFL. So I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Mark, who do you have?
I got a back and forth game with these two, but my problem is Steelers containing Diggs, the wide receiver. I got the Bills winning it.
Herman?
Yep, give me the Bills. Josh Allen's going to start his journey to 60 touchdowns and 0 interceptions this season. He's going to start off with about 4 on the Steelers. So I got the Bills.
Okay, Marcus, you can get the lone wolf ready.
No, I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with the Bills too. Yeah, I think they're going to win this game. It should be a good game. I'm very interested to see this game. I'm interested to see what the Steelers' offense looks like this season. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with the Bills.
All right, so we are all on the Bills bandwagon. What's needs to say? Nobody circles the wagons like the
Yeah, that's it. Circle the wagons, baby.
All right, so our next Sunday game is actually going to be a good game. I'm really interested in this particular game because this is going to show, if Cleveland is as good as everybody wants them to be, if they're going to take that next step. But we got the Cleveland Browns going to play the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams have high hopes and revenge on their mind. The Browns want revenge for the playoff loss to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs want to show that they are still the best team in the league after getting blown out in the Super Bowl versus the Bucs. We will start this one off with Herman. Who do you think is going to win this one, Herman?
I'm rolling with the Chiefs. I have a lot of confidence in the Browns. I think the Browns are going to be a good team, like everybody thinks they are too. But to have to open up at Arrowhead Stadium, Arrowhead something, they renamed it or something, but having to go there on the road and win that game, that's going to be a tough one for the Browns. It'll be a close game, I think, but I believe the Chiefs will walk away with this one.
Marcus?
Much like Herman said, this is going to be a good game. I think the Browns are probably going to be what everybody thinks they're going to be this year, but it is the Chiefs who, as far as I'm concerned, is still the premier team in the league. I'll have to go with the Chiefs.
The thing that makes me curious about this particular game is, that Chiefs offensive line got obliterated in the Super Bowl. So through the whole offseason, they've went and got a bunch of different new offensive linemen, and I don't know how quickly they're going to gel. The question is going to remain how well, because the Browns got a pretty good pressure. They got the guy who used to play with Seattle, Clowney.
Clowney.
Yeah,
And they drafted a linebacker from out of Penn State who's a beast. He's going to be nice.
Yeah, so they should be able to put some pressure.
And Myles Garrett is still there too.
Yeah, Myles Garrett. So we'll see how well they do, but I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm also going to go with Kansas City on this particular one. Mark, do we need to do the lone wolf sound?
Just agreeing with you on just both teams had to revamp. Kansas City had to revamp on the offensive line and improvement, and the Browns had to revamp on their defensive line and being able to put pressure. They also added some new folks in secondary. With all that said, I think Kansas City still come up to be victorious on this one. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Okay, so far we've been very boring. Everybody's agreeing. So let's see if this next game might spark a little interest in this thing. We got the NFC, the Packers. I forgot what they were. They were in the championship game versus the revamped Saints no longer with Drew Brees. Believe it or not, the Saints are giving up 1.5 by Vegas in this particular game.
That's all?
Yeah. So, after all the offseason drama, Aaron Rodgers begins his last dance season. The Saints are starting off fresh with Jameis Winston at the helm after Brees retired.
Wait, the Saints are the favorites?
The Saints are the favorites.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it ain't by much. Again, it's 1.5, but it's home. It's at that dome. So.
And Green Bay.
Are they definitely playing this game in
It's in Jacksonville.
No, yeah, it's actually in Jacksonville.
Yeah, okay. I thought. Yeah, okay. I thought so.
Yeah. So why are you thinking? Who do you think is going to win the game, Marcus?
I've been convinced that Jameis Winston, he might be the answer in New Orleans. He might be. And Sean Payton is a great coach. He might be the answer, but he won't be the answer that night against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Saints are gonna find a mojo or find a way this season, but it won't be in this first game. I'm taking the Packers on this one too.
Herman.
Packers, man. Jameis is probably going to throw 3 picks in this game just because he's going to. The reason I say it is because he's going to try to compete with what Aaron Rodgers is doing out there, and the Saints they don't have the offense to keep up with the Packers. They just don't. And they don't even get the advantage of their home stadium, really. So this is a Packers easy win.
Marcus, cue the music.
What? No, I got to wait till you make the pick.
Marcus, cue the music.
What's the music?
He's gonna do it.
We finally not playing. I'm going with the Saints on this one. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I didn't like the crap that he did last year, this whole offseason and stuff. I think it's going to mess up the chemistry on that team. I like what Sean Payton can do. I feel comfortable with that defense, whether y'all do or not. I think that the Saints upset the Packers and start their season off on a negative. Give me these New Orleans Saints. I already did that.
He just wants to wear the dunce hat.
No,
That's
I want
all.
y'all to wear the dunce hat.
Not gonna happen.
All right. So the Sunday night game, we have the Chicago Bears, and we have the LA Rams. Vegas is the Rams are giving up 6.5 by Vegas standards. The Bears travel to Los Angeles to battle the Rams on Sunday Night Football. The Bears are starting Andy Dalton, and the Rams brought Matthew Stafford in from the Lions. The Bears defense is getting a little long in the tooth, and it's going to be a tough match. I just don't see the Bears keeping up offensively, so I am going to pick the Rams. Mark, who do you got?
Yeah, this one. I mean, it was tough for me, but I think this starts the decline for what's Bears coach name?
Matt Nagy.
Nagy. Yeah, it starts this week. I'm taking the Rams in this one.
Herman.
Yeah, Rams are opening up their stadium this year, even though they played in it last year. This is the first time they have fans in it for a regular season game. The atmosphere is going to be ridiculous. Red Robin Hood, whatever his name is, Red Rider, whatever.
Red Rifle.
Yeah, he's going down. He's going to get a jam. How about that? Yeah, Rams win this one. Probably not even close.
Marcus.
Herman stole my thunder. Yeah, like he just said, it's the first time they got to fans in the stadium. The atmosphere is going to be electric. They're going to be a hype, which it wouldn't even matter. The Rams would beat the Bears anywhere at your whole local high school stadium. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams.
Terrible. All right, so the final game we got of this first season is the Monday night game where the Ravens are going to Las Vegas to battle the Raiders. The Ravens are going to Vegas, but they're actually giving up 5.5 in this game. The Ravens and the Raiders finish up the week one on Monday night. Ravens recently lost 2 running backs right before the season. This year, it's a make or break season for John Gruden or Mike Mayock, depending on who they decide to fire. For me, it's going to start bad for the Raiders. I don't see this going to be any of a question. I'm going with the Ravens. Marcus, who are you going with?
I'm also going to go with the Ravens, despite losing two running backs. I still think the Ravens are a better team, so I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Herman?
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. The Raiders just nah. Just nah.
Mark, where you got?
The Ravens don't have any wide receivers right now. They lost their starting running back. I think the LA Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, are going to be hyped in their new stadium. I'm taking the Raiders on this one, y'all. Let's hit it. I don't see the Ravens coming our way with this victory at all. I don't. So
All right.
We'll find out.
We did get a little drama in there. So you guys will definitely see the dunce hat and our new hat next week, guaranteed. So that's a good thing. I appreciate it.